Hello everybody, we're going to do a equation right now with fractions, and I'm actually going to do two videos on fractions. There's so many different ways we could do these types of equations, and the more you know, the easier math is going to be. Yeah, it's flexible, so the more you can adapt and change and do things, it's going to make it easier for you. So when we look at this question, my first thing I'm going to do, I'm not going to remove the fractions, the first thing I'm going to distribute. I'm going to distribute by a third. So a third times 3/4, then a third times 6. So I do that first step, I got my distributive property. 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 4 is 12. Then the third of 6 is 2. Perfect. Did that, looks good. Now I'm going to reduce fractions. Whenever I can reduce fractions, it's going to make my question easier. So 3/12 is reduced to 1/4. But then look what I did. After I did that, 3/12 is reduced to 1/4 this. This fraction right here. That one right there. That's the one I reduced right there. So I look, now what did I do? I converted everything to decimals. No, I didn't use a calculator. I just did quick conversion in my head, and I was able to bring it down to decimals. Why? I would way rather work with decimals in this case because the decimals are nice and simple. 0.75 minus 0.5. Oh, I like that stuff. Yes, I got a variable there, so they're not like terms, but my point is these are nice decimals to work with. I really don't like this up here, 1/3. Ooh, 0.3 repeating. I'd rather stick with a fraction. So then I just went through and did, now I have same side like terms. Yep, same side like terms right there in red. And I combined same side like terms. Did that. Then we go back to all our usual stuff. Inverse operation. Got rid of this negative 0.5. Balance my equation, did it over here. Good. Down to -1. Now I did inverse operation, balance equation with my 0.25x minus 0.25x, inverse operation like terms, balance my equation on this side. 0.75x minus 0.25x, 0.5x. Scroll down, keep going. Isolate the variable through inverse operation. Inverse of multiply is divide. So I divide by 0.5x, divided by 0.5 to isolate my variable. -1 divided by 0.5. How many times is 0.5 going to -1? It goes in 2 times, and a negative divided by a positive is a negative. This, ladies and gentlemen, is our solution. Good. Now we have to verify. Here's my original statement in my verification. Like that statement, good. Put everything in. My first step is substitute, but look what I did right off the bat. I kicked it right to decimals. Put it right to decimals, and I substituted with my -2. Substitute in, my substitution's all in red. Look at over top of my 0.3. Yeah, I got that repeating sign. I need to understand it's repeating. I'm going to have to make some logical decisions when I do my multiplication here later on. We'll talk about that. So at first I did 0.75 times -2. I got -1.5. And same thing inside the brackets. Then I just follow order of operations all the way through. So then I did -1.5 minus 0.5, -2, -1.5 plus 6, 4.5. Good, just keep going. Now here's where I had to use some logic. I went 0.3 repeating, I'm putting it in green here, 0.3 repeating times 4.5. That gave me 1.4999999, and it kept going. So when I looked at that, and I looked at that repeating decimal, I have to realize I'm going to round up, it's going to be 1.5. So 1.5 minus 3.5, that gives us our nice answer of -2 equals -2. Left side equals right side. Bring it all the way up again. Gotta go a little bit here. Good. X equals -2 is our solution. We will do another video, but this time we won't have the nice where we broke it down into decimals. We'll do everything by fractions.